All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makah, Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, and to all the occupants across the globe, preaching the word of truth and sincerity. I want to say Shalom. This I die now for the GM Chicago camp with a lesson. Basically, getting into that Esau the bad influence. And we're going to get in a few precepts. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. It's Malachi 1:4. It says whereas Edom saith we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Okay? So this scripture is clearly telling you that Esau, all right, is gonna be building up the desolate places. All right. Well, one of those desolate places, okay, was here in America. Okay. Because when America was invaded by Esau, God was living harmoniously with the earth. All right, it wasn't desolate, but it was fruitful and bountiful. Okay, but he began his industrial revolution. All right, which brought forth the supposedly all type of technological advances in the infrastructure of the United States. Okay. And also going into the ancient times where they were cast out, and they are brought back during the Dark Ages, okay, during the Renaissance. All right. So Esau is one of his characteristics is to build. Okay. And it says, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, man. All right. So wherever Esau goes, there's going to be trouble. There's going to be confusion. There's going to be death. All right. These are all the traits, and this is the residue of the things that are left when Esau Edom roams around this earth, man. Okay. Says the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever, man. All right. So these people who are going around building desolate places, going around imposing their will on these other nations. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. It says Isaiah 14:6 is he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruleth the nations is in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth, man. Okay, so wherever the Edomites are, okay, the border of wickedness, hey, they're ruling the people, man. Okay, you can go to these far off places and countries, okay, and you find the signs of Esau Edom in every place, man. Starting with that figure, Jesus Christos, Serapis Christus, all right? Caesar Borgia, the picture they saw so-called Jesus. Hey, that's ruling the nations in anger because Christianity doesn't teach you to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, man. All right? It says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. Right? Esau ruling these nations, man, with a continuous oppression, man. Okay? All right? When he invades, man, these other lands and places, he imposes his will and blackmails and uses his subtlety, his craftiness to get the things he wants done. But guess what? These are the times now where men and nations and countries, all right, are turning against you, Esau Edom, and your influence is coming up to be short. All right? Isaiah 57. Isaiah 57 and 20 says, "But the wicked are like the troubled sea when it cannot rest, whose waters cast up mire and dirt." All right, so Esau being a border of wickedness, who's ruling the nations in wrath with a continual stroke. Wherever he goes, he casts up mire and dirt, man. When he leaves a country, what's left behind is idolatry, adultery, homosexuality, pedophilia, witchcraft, and sorcery. Okay? Esau comes to divide, all right, and to exploit differences between the peoples, man. That's why he goes in there and assassinates leaders of other countries to create dissension and turmoil. Okay? Matter of fact, let me bring this out. Slovakia. It says Proverbs 4 and 16, it says, "For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall." So Esau's not gonna rest, man. All right, he's that troubled sea. All right, he cannot rest until somebody's going off, man. Okay, all right. So we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna keep on reading this. Slovakia. It's Isaiah. Isaiah 57 and 20 said, "But the wicked are like the troubled sea when it cannot rest. It casteth up mire and dirt. There is no peace, saith the Lord, unto the wicked," man. Okay? And there could be no peace, man. All right? Hey, you Edomites are making your last stand, man. All right? There's not going to be a stand. Isaiah 14 and 6, it says, "He will rule the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruleth the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth," man. Okay? So Esau finna get broken down without hand, and nobody gonna be able to help you, man. Okay? The Revelations 18 and 3, it says, "For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through her abundance of her delicacies," man. Okay? So your influence has had the other nations drinking of this wrath, man. Okay? It says, "Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go utterly unpunished." So all these merchants, all these kings have drunken the wrath of your influence. Okay? Starting off with the persecution of the Israelites, being sold and shipped to all the four corners of the earth. Okay? You guys, you nations who were sending gifts to one another, man. And you drunk of the abundance of the wrath of the fornication of Esau Edom, man. Esau Edom influence has ensued, sold up your destruction, man. Okay? Because you have looked at the well-favored harlot and coveted the things that she has done. You've gone after her ways, and hence you have further of the persecution of Israel, man. Okay? So laying in bed with Esau is going to get you destroyed. Jeremiah 51 and 7. It says, "Babylon had been a golden cup." Hold on. Right, I'm going to start at 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity. For this is the time of Yahweh's revenge. He will render unto her a recompense, man. Okay, when it says flee out of the midst of Babylon, and that means fleeing out of the influence, man. Fleeing out of the spirit of this place, man. All right, deliver your soul from the filthiness of this place, man. Okay. All right. So flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity. Right, man, because you being joined under the influence and under the guise, the enchantments of this place. Okay, you're gonna get destroyed, man. All right. This is verse 8. It says Babylon is suddenly fallen down. Or Slaki, verse 7. So Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken over her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad, man. Okay, so these places who have taken on the philosophies and the blueprint of America, man. Okay, allowing pedophilia, allowing homosexuality to run rampant in their places, man. Okay, you're gonna get the same judgment as this place, man. All right. So Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken over wine, therefore the nations are mad, man. And you go to these places where America has infiltrated and caused collapse of these governments. Hey, they've always been in the worst place than they were when they were before, man. Okay? He goes in, he takes down the structure and the rules and the laws the other places have set in order, and he destroys them, man. Leaving the people without a head, without leaders, without instruction. So what happens when the people have no instruction, man? All right, they're gonna turn to their own whim and do things according to their will, man. All right. Matter of fact, let's get this real quick. The scriptures talk about, and that's why the scriptures say, give the characteristics of the Edomites because it explains what they do. Hold on, let me see. I think I misspelled it. Right, this is Habakkuk 2 and 5. It says, yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man. Hey man, who's more proud than Esau, man? All right, creating a government shutdown because you can't build a wall, and withholding link and social security benefits, not paying the government workers. All right, not having people renew their Section 8. Hey, some of them people need those things, man. But because your pride, all right, you destroy the very fabric of what you said America was built on, man. All right, it says, neither keepeth at home, he enlarges his desire as hell. Right, Esau is in everybody's business, man. But while at home, he's persecuting Israel. All right, he's making more of a division between the races and between the classes of people. All right, it said, neither keepeth at home, he enlarges his desire as hell. Right, man, that's that border of wickedness, man. Whatever he wants to do, he activates the military, goes in there with propaganda, okay, and creates further disorder in the place, so he can come in with the answer, so to speak. But in order to get his help, you gotta conform to his democracy, man. And his death and cannot be satisfied. Hey, Esau is never satisfied, man. All right, it wasn't enough for him to bring us into captivity, but also to slay us in our streets, breaking up our family. All right, creating chemtrails in the air, fluoride in the water. All right, GMO foods. Okay, letting transgenders teach your children, dressing up your kids in transgender clothing while they're at school. Okay. But gather unto him all nations, and he unto him all people. Hey, America's a great melting pot, man. Like I said, in Ezekiel, all right, he sits in the midst of many waters. All right, that's what the EU and the United Nations is all about, man. Gathering all the nations together for a one world government, so he can spread forth his appetite, all right, of rulership, man. Okay, this is Proverbs Proverbs 23, 1 verse 3. It says, when thou sittest to eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before thee. So you guys who are you nations and you leaders and you dignitaries and your congressmen and your councilmen and your mayors, and when they go hold these capital dinners, all right, these banquets, hey, you got to take into consideration why you're there, what topics are being brought up, all right, and what it is the host or the agenda of those in power, all right, are trying to convey, man, all right. It says, then put a knife to thy throat if thou be a man given to appetite. Why? Because one thing what these Edomites do, they prey on your flesh and your desires, man. Okay. So when he comes in, he comes in knowing knowing what it is that you like, man. All right. So if you're a man who seeks power, he can come in there and try to bribe you with more land, more wealth. Okay. And these things have been done since the beginning of time, man. All right. It says, be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat, man. All right, so although Esau comes in and puts frosting and sugar on doo-doo, hey, doesn't make it a cake, man. Okay? Because best believe, whenever he gives you something, he wants something in return, man. All right? Nothing is done out of the goodness of his heart, man. All right? It says, be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat, man. All right, Esau will get you fed, have you a good time, all right, give you your little pleasures, and guess what he does? He'll have you sign a document, okay, without you really understanding the letter or the construct of it, the construction of it, okay, and yet he signs you, gets you to be in accordance and in agreement, all right, with his policies, man. Okay, all right. It said that's why the scripture say he who touches pitch becomes defiled, man. All right, you can't lay down with dogs and not expect to wake up with fleas, man. And that's what happens when you guys get into league with these Edomites, man. All right, Ezekiel 29:4. It says I'm gonna start at 2. The Son of Man, set thy face against Pharaoh. Set thy face against Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and prophesy against him, against all of Egypt. Now we know that Egypt by this time in Ezekiel, they were being run by the Babylonians, man. Okay, by Nebuchadnezzar, I believe. So this is not talking about ancient Egypt, man. All right, this is the scriptures and Revelations. It said the place is spiritually called Sodom in Egypt. It's here in America, man. It says, speak and say, thus saith the Lord, behold, I am against thee, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, the great dragon. All right, we know the dragon is Esau, as it said in Job, I'm my brother the dragons, right? It says, I'm against thee, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, the great dragons, that lieth in the midst of the rivers, man. Now we just got through reading Isaiah, all right, that he's in the midst of the waters, man. Okay? All right, so Esau is a place where, America is a place where all the nations dwell, man. All right? All the nations of the earth are here in America, man. All right? That's why they call the land of the free, all right, a melting pot, right? It says, this is the great dragon that lieth in the midst of the rivers, which saith, my river is my own, and I have made it for myself. And Esau takes no credit that the Lord is allowing him to do these things, man. Everything that he does, he says, I. Okay? When someone uses the word I all the time, man, it's a good indicator of their pride, man. All right? Esau doesn't think about the Lord, man. All right? He said, I will put hooks in thy jaws, and I will cause the fish of thy rivers to stick unto thy scales, and I will bring thee up out of the midst of thy rivers, and all the fish of thy rivers shall stick unto thy scales. All right, man. So the Lord is in control of these nations, man. When you put a hook into somebody's jaw, all right, for those of y'all who go fishing, all right, you angle it and you maneuver it around the brush and the rock piles, all right, to bring it into shore, man. All right, hey, the Lord is the angler, and these nations are the fish, man. All right, so the Lord is able to do with what He wants to with anybody, man. All right, it said, I'll put hooks into thy jaws, and I will cause the fish of thy rivers to stick into thy scales. And I will bring thee up out of the midst of thy rivers, and of all the fish of thy rivers shall stick into thy scales. And that's why the scriptures say this. It says, Proverbs 11:21. It says, though hand join in hand, the wicked should not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. And the point being, as though you join hand in hand, man. All right? Hey, guilty by association, man, can get you destroyed, man. Okay? All right? The Lord said, be not partakers with them. All right? So the Lord's going to judge the wicked and those who are joined unto the wicked, man. All right? So with that, we're going to go with that was Ezekiel. We're going to end it on this Lamentations. Lamentations 4 and 5. It says, the 4 and 5? 4 and 15. Shoot, hold on. Dang. I had scripture here. What do I do with it? Okay, 21. Dang, let me see. I was gonna leave it at that. I can't find it. I said 4 and 5, but that's basically it. I'm not gonna hold it any longer. So with that, I want to say, call Allah, Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, to our occupant across the world. Say shalom. Hopefully this is edifying. Until next time, shalom.